Hi, Elizabeth and Britt. Sheila, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again and everyone. Yeah, I know we've got people in different parts of the world already here in the Western Hemisphere and the Eastern Hemisphere. So, morning and evening. It is in my evening here in Bali, as y'all know, and we are here for our Michael Singer series, what I like to call the Surrender Circle. Yeah, I always love talking about Michael Singer, diving into his teachings, and just getting inspired. I met with a woman today who had heard of Michael Singer only from Untethered Soul, of like, oh, they said his book was on her reading list. And I'm like, ooh, I'm so excited. And so I told her my experience. I told her about this live stream and the replays and the talks on YouTube. And so, yeah. Michael Singer time, 10 p.m. in Melbourne. Melbs, as the locals call it. Hi, Rose. Good morning. So, I've got our Michael Singer talk queued up. Likely we will finish this one. It was a bit of a shorter one today. So, yeah. This one's called Choosing Peace, and it's only 30 minutes in total, and we're halfway through. So, yeah, the way this works is I just flow with how it feels. If I just want to let him talk without interruption, then I do. If I want to stop and say something, I will. And of course, y'all are very welcome and encouraged to make comments and ask questions to make this a dynamic space. So this one is called Choosing Peace. If you want the link to this audio, send me a private message. Yeah, and when we're done with this, we'll go to the next one. There's plenty of yummy, juicy ones. I think next, where I'm feeling to go, and I know Britt knows the ones that we're going to go to next on the original Michael Singer podcast. So, yeah, a couple of these are gems that I've heard, I don't know, 5 times, 10 times, maybe some of them. So they're really powerful. So yeah, so he has like the Michael Singer podcast. It's put out by Sounds True, which is the publisher, I believe, of his latest book. Sounds True is awesome. If y'all don't know it, they publish all kinds of spiritual books and media. And they have a lot of talks and interviews, like Rupert Spira. I heard one with him recently. And the founder, Tammy Smith, I think her name is, she interviewed Michael Singer as well. So they kind of put out his first official podcast, and it's 10 episodes, and those are some of the most powerful ones. So if you're new to Michael Singer, I would definitely recommend diving in there. I can send you that link as well. Yeah. And if you are new to me, please say hello. I'm Natalie, spiritual life coach, Reiki Master Teacher. Don't forget to follow me here on Insight Timer. I'm getting close to like 4,000 followers, so definitely something to celebrate. Wow. Give a donation here through the app if you feel called to, and give a listen to my meditations. I've got some premium tracks newly uploaded in the past 2 months. I've got many free ones. So give those a listen, review if you'd like. And join my group here, Natalie's Healing Circle, where we make announcements and can chat and make recommendations for meditations here in Insight Timer. Yeah, and actually in about 24 hours, we'll be having another live on Conversations with God. So if anybody doesn't know that book or knows it and wants to experience it and hear some excerpts, then join me for that live stream. It's a little bit later. It's not exactly 12 hours, like 14 hours. And then about 24 hours from then, we will be doing our fun and powerful Saturday Night Live weekly session, 3 years going strong. And so we do a deep dive card reading there, and we close with a brief Reiki Ancestral Clearing energy healing. And I also have another series I'm running of a deep dive Reiki that's at this time of day, with it where there's less talking, and well, usually y'all that know me know I can talk. But a little bit longer of a energy healing session is the goal. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. And I am a Reiki Master Teacher. If anybody's interested in learning Reiki, I offer that as a service. Spiritual life coaching, I offer to anyone who feels stuck in some area or all areas of their lives, and they're ready to change that and create magic, miracles, results. Send me a message. I'm happy to offer anybody that hasn't had a session with me at all a complimentary life coaching session, or my powerful truth excavation. That one's really popular. I have had a lot of interest with that lately, and I still do have 2 slots open if you would like to experience the truth excavation deep dive journey with me one-on-one. It's a $199 value, $199 US dollars. Have to say here in Insight Timer, valued at that. So I'm offering that complimentary. Send me a private message. I also do have a recorded truth excavation meditation. If you sign up to receive my email newsletter on my website, you can get that for free. And I also will, at some point, it's on my list, I'll put it up either here as a premium track or maybe on my YouTube channel. So that's some things about me. Yeah. Hi, Lori. Hi, EI. Nice to see you. Good evening, EI. I don't know how to even pronounce your nickname, but there it is. So, is anybody brand new to Michael Singer? Going once, going twice. Woo! Yay, Carolyn, Sheila. So excited. So have y'all heard of the book, The Untethered Soul? Most people, if they've been in the spiritual realms, okay, then you know Michael Singer. Like, that's the main thing he's known for. That book's kind of old now. I mean, well, everything's relative, but I think it was put out in the, like 2008 or 10, something like that. So, Carolyn, you bought it, but does that mean you've read it? Or has it sat on the bookshelf? No judgment. Oh, you just got it. Wow. How did you hear about it? I'm curious. Where did you run across it, and what had you get it. Oh, for me. Oh, okay. Amazing. So you had heard of Michael Singer because I had mentioned it, and I'll assume that that means you were here in a Michael Singer talk, or maybe I mentioned him in another live stream that you were on. I'll make that assumption. So that's great. Would love to hear how you find that book after you've dug into it. And even the woman I met today who knew Untethered Soul but didn't really know Michael Singer, hadn't read the book. I told her, for me personally, listening to his talks, his books are very, very good, and listening to his talks for me like brought it to the next level. I don't know if it's because he's speaking and transmitting such a powerful message verbally or what, but it really landed on a deeper level, or maybe I was ready to hear it in another way, who knows. But I had a different experience of Michael Singer in listening to his talks, and his books are also amazing. So great, Carolyn, glad you got the book. So we're going to dive in now. And again, if you want the link to what I'm playing, send me a message. It's called Choosing Peace. And this is just like somebody who made a YouTube channel, took his talks from his website and repurposed them and renamed them, I'm assuming. So it's not like an official title. Just FYI. I don't think. I could be wrong. But all right. So I did rewind it a few minutes to so we can reorient back in where we were last time. And if you weren't here last time, don't worry. You'll get what you need. Just stay tuned. Experience and receive the message. And we'll go from there. So, here we go.
Stop telling yourself that you can't. Stop telling yourself that everybody has to be a certain way and everything has to be a certain way in order for you to be okay. You stop it and you say to yourself, I'm here visiting this planet which is spinning around the middle of nowheres. And you've dropped down to visit the place and you experience it.
I have to just stop right there because this is why I love him so much. He's full of love, and this is why I call him spiritual tough love, because even right there is a perfect example of the spiritual tough love, because he's like, stop it. It makes me laugh. He's like, why do you expect anyone to do anything you think that they should do? Who do you think you are, sort of a thing, and just stop it. And his books aren't like that. That doesn't come through at all from my experience. But what he's saying, and he says this often, is, you were whatever, you've dropped down into this body, onto this planet. This is a Disney World planet. It's amazing. It's miraculous. We're here to experience it, and that's it. So it's not our business. Like, sometimes he'll even say, like, how dare you have an opinion about how you think this should be. So, yeah.
You be open. You be peaceful. Now, once you commit yourself to that, each moment of each day is the true spiritual growth. Every situation will unfold as it must. That is the other deep law. Things unfold. It's big. It's real big. And you didn't make it. And there are lots of forces, psychological, physiological, spiritual, everything, all interacting together to make up the now. And all of those forces will cause the cause and effects that make up a moment from now, then a moment from now, then a moment from now. And it's happening all over the universe, and it's all interconnected. And all the atoms make it up, and all the planets make it up, and everything makes it up. And every behavior that every person ever had for the history of the world makes up now. Change any of them and you'll change now. So basically, you are the recipient, the inheritor of creation. And it is making this moment.
I just love this. Who else loves this? He's really breaking down very, really slowing it way down about why things happen. That there's all these forces and they're a mystery. We don't know. I mean, sure, we know a bit about the body. But, he also talks about, this moment took 13.8 billion years to get here from the Big Bang, and it's still unfolding, and there's moments happening everywhere. And this is the now moment, and the moments will unfold. So, mosquito. Hi, Jessica. So if you joined in, we're listening. So the title of the live stream, if you look at that, that tells you what we're listening to here. Michael Singer. It's a talk called Choosing Peace. Hi, Amelie. So, hi, Jeff. All right, had to jump in on that one.
And all that's being asked of you is to appreciate it. All that's being asked is to experience it. And you will see that the next moment will unfold naturally. And then the next moment. And then the next. And if you're able to stay calm, magic happens. You find that you're here, peaceful, calm, serene, centered. And it's flowing around you. And it's fine. And it doesn't need you. And you don't have to ever worry. You don't have to ever fight with it. You don't have to ever freak out. You don't have to teach it anything. You just experience it like the waves that flow over you when you're bathing in the ocean. And it's a beautiful experience, unless you decide that you don't want the waves flowing over you, or you don't want them behaving like this, or you don't want them going this high, or you don't want them going that low, and you want them coming when they're not. Then you have a terrible time just floating out there in the ocean. It is the same thing here. The flow of life is passing around you and through you. If you would ever be at peace with it, you would see it's great. It's very high. It will not hurt you. In fact, it will lift you. It will give to you. It will bring to you everything you could ever need. How about I told you that the laws are such that you don't have to take a thing, ever. The being who is at peace never raises their hand, either to strike or to take. Neither to protect nor to cling. You just be there with it. You just be at peace with it. And you will see that it will bring to you more than what you could ever take from it. You don't even ask for anything. Just peace. The yogi is only asking for peace. Now, how do you attain to that? By not giving up your peace. You start in the morning by saying, I am peace. I'm peace. This day will unfold. I'll be on the planet. Whatever unfolds, unfolds. None of my business. I didn't make the planet. And I will be at peace. Then instantaneously something will try to take your peace away. Something. Someone will call you. Why don't they leave me alone while I'm being at peace? That is called resistance. And that is one of the greatest laws that you can learn, is the law of resistance. If you resist what is, you create waves. You create eddies, you create ripples, you create problems. And those energies start to spin around and attract negativities and cause disturbances and blockages and disharmonies. If you let the person call you, all right, and you just experience that as part of it, you will remain calm. If you're sitting here in meditation and somebody clumps in, rocking the floor where they're walking, if you experience the beauty of the vibrations as they shoot through your aura and pull you out of deep meditation, then when they are through elephanting through the temple, sometimes we let elephants loose in here, when they are through elephanting through the temple, you will naturally pull back and drift up again. And you will find that you are in a higher state, not a lower one. Because the vibrations of the energies that you absorbed will lift you.
We listened to that last time y'all were here, whoever was here, remember? And that was like a new nugget of information. Hi, Mishi, Sita. So it's in the live stream title, Choosing Peace. If you want the link to it, send me a private message. He just makes me laugh. That's why I love him so much. Hi, Judy. Yay, I'm glad too. What did he say that I LOL'd at? Like, so he does. He says this all the time. Like, this is a moment by moment commitment. It's got to be the biggest commitment of your life. If you want peace, if you want awakening, if you want real self-realization. So he says, like, every morning I wake up and I just say, nothing's gonna, disturb me. And then he just said, nothing's gonna take my peace. And then somebody calls me. He's like, don't try and take my peace right now. Awesome, Rose. Something else not to your liking was happening. So that's the problem. I mean, there's no problems, but so he just talked about it, resistance, right? He just talked about resistance right before that little story of somebody clomping into the meditation room. There's the issue. You were resisting something that was happening. And then that creates its own energies. Yeah, so that's great that you overcame that instead of usually getting frustrated. You were able to release the resistance. So that's a perfect example. I love that you said that. Thank you for what he just said about, you're in the meditation hall, somebody clomps in and they're not walking softly and there's, vibrations on the floor and you feel it. And if you don't resist it, if you're choosing peace and you surrender to that moment and that experience and you allow that to unfold, he says that it will raise your vibration because you're not resisting and pushing it away. You're allowing the experience in and it raises you. So perhaps that's what happened with you.
If you resist, you will never get back up. And you will say, that person ruined your meditation. Not true. You ruined your meditation.
Tough
now
love.
Imagine out in the outer world. If you will let it pass through you, it will raise you. If you resist it, it will destroy you. You did that. You created the dance that way. And so you are destroying yourself and you are ruining your life. The only way to do it is to see everything as the same. What do you care what happens? You're sitting on a planet somewhere in the middle of nowhere. What do you care what an animal says to you? Just animals running around. One barks and one says, get out of my way. It's just a noise coming out of somebody's face. How in the world are you going to let that bother you? If you're...
He's like, this might be the funniest one. Why are you letting other animals bother you? One animal barks, one animal says, get out of my way. And there's noise coming out of their face. This is why I love him. And then he brings a lightness to it, which all spiritual teachers do, and he puts the onus and the responsibility back on you and I'm part of that, back on us. We are the ones doing this. We are the ones creating our suffering. Nobody else is doing anything to us. And that can get some people's hackles up for sure. So anyway, that was a great line there that I didn't catch before.
And they're working. You're going to go to work one day, you're going to do this, next day you're going to do this, you're going to do this. Then you're going to go work again, then you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to go to work and do this. What do you care what you're doing? Where did you get in your head that something's supposed to be happening? There's nothing happening. You're going to die. And when you die, nothing's going with you at all. Nothing, not even your clothes. So wake up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you sweep a floor, what is the difference when you sleep on the floor of the outhouse or you sleep on the floor of the castle? You sleep on the stupid floor. Either you get in the dirt off the floor or you're not. If they're paying you 1 penny to sweep the floor, they're paying you $6 million to sweep the floor. If there's nothing you want with the money, what's the difference? If you're fine with sweeping the floor, if sweeping the floor gives you this tremendous sense of gratification, and every day you wake up just looking forward to see how clean you can sweep that floor, because it gets dirty, especially the outhouse floor, gets dirty every day over again, but it interests you that it got dirty a different way today, and you see if you can clean it better, and every day you're enthusiastic and you go there and you just love and you feel this tremendous sense of gratification sweeping the floor during the day, and that's what you do every day. What do you care? How dare you say to me that's boring? Everything's boring. You're sitting on a planet in the middle of nowheres. It just goes on forever. There's absolutely nothing happening. What is not boring? What is boring? It's you. You're doing this. You're doing this because of your resistance, because of your non-peace. You think that certain situations outside are going to make you happier than others. And because you're doing that, you're ruining your life. So basically, if you will just practice peace, permit to come to you what comes to you. Permit it to come to you. Who are you to say this should not come to you? Who are you to say this person shouldn't have behaved this way, so you have to deal with this? Who are you to say this shouldn't have happened, so you have to do it over again? Who are you to say? Yogananda built a temple. When he finished building the temple, the cliff fell down. The temple fell in the ocean. That's the truth. What did he do? Cry? No, he built it again. It doesn't matter. Can you imagine somebody going out? Here, I did the thing with the outhouse. You all looked at me like, ooh, this guy's really weird. I'm going to go sweep this outhouse every day and have fun with it, all right? I mean, it's the same every day. I'm going to get bored. What about somebody who goes into a garden, and every day they go into this gorgeous rose garden, and they water the roses, and they pick the little things off, and they clean the bushes around, and every day they do that. They're supposed to be bored and hate the job, right? No, they love their job. They wouldn't trade it for anything. They're filled with beauty and excitement and enthusiasm, and they're proud of the beauty of the garden. It's not like, on the 5th day you don't want to go anymore, or anything else that you think you might enjoy. Why is it that you get bored with one and not with another? You're doing it. So basically you stop and you say, whatever comes to me, this moment of this day, it is my honor to deal with it. And I will give it full respect, and I will give it love, and more important than anything, I will not resist. I will not resist. If I see my heart closing, if I see my mind closing, I will not go with that. I will relax, deeply relax, and release. That's how you do it. You catch yourself when you're closing, you take a breath, and you say, this is not worth losing my peace over. And you drop your shoulders, you relax your heart, you relax your solar plexus, and you stand there in the midst of whatever's in front of you. And you will see that it will pass. And when it passes, it's gone. If you resist it, it will destroy you. And when it passes, it will still be destroying you. And when you get home, it will still be destroying you. And after you had your drink to try and get these vibrations out of you, it will still be destroying you. And you'll wake up in the morning and you'll feel tension within your heart. You did it. You closed. And if you resist, those energies stay with you. If you will just practice openness with each situation, stop judging, stop preferring, stop fighting, practice being there and living your life, you will find you don't have to drink or do drugs or anything. That there's nothing bothering you. Every moment, you're just enthusiastic and open, and it doesn't build up. It doesn't get on your nerves. It doesn't overwhelm you. And you never get burned out. You wouldn't even know what the word meant. What is burned out? Burned out is you've been resisting so much that I can't resist another drop. If another thing comes that I have to resist, it's just going to feel like the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm going to freak out. Why are you resisting? And you're going to see. If you dare to try not to, if you dare to try and open and let these energies pass by you, you're going to see fear, insecurity, guilt, all kinds of junk inside of you that you can't handle situations because those things are getting stimulated. And then you resist. So you resist outer situations in the name of not feeling what's inside of you. That's when you know you're growing, when you see that. You can't behave that way because it makes me feel like this. Otherwise, I don't care how you behave. Not to mention if it makes me feel good, behave that way more. So it's completely dependent on what effect the outer energy makes your inside feel. Stop it. Don't tolerate that. And so each moment of each day, practice peace. Practice surrender. Practice releasing. Make it a game. Don't make it a struggle. Nothing is wrong. How could anything be wrong? You're sitting on a planet spinning around nowhere. Every other planet's spinning also. What's wrong on Mars? Nothing. What's wrong on Jupiter? What's wrong on Saturn? What's wrong on Pluto? You couldn't come up with a thing, could you? What right would you have to decide what was wrong on one of those planets? What's wrong on Earth? Nothing. Why did Earth get so special, though? Everything that's wrong in the universe is here. That's an interesting concept. I want you to meditate on that. What's wrong with Andromeda? What's wrong with the stars in the galaxy? You hear? You're not going to come up with anything because you're not that egotistical that you think you know what's supposed to be going on. How would you know what's wrong on any planet? How would you know what's wrong with the asteroids? How would you know? Now do that with everything in the whole universe. Which atom was structured wrong? Which electron's in the wrong orbit? You wouldn't do it because you're just the observer of these things. Now I dare you to meditate on how every single thing that's wrong in the whole universe ended up on planet Earth. It's impossible, isn't it? It's absolutely impossible. And not only did everything in the whole universe that's wrong end up on the planet Earth, not a single thing is right on the planet Earth. Everything else is right, but nothing is right on here. Nothing, but I'll accept it. That's what I tell you. Watch out for that type of spirituality, but I'll accept it. It's all imperfect. It's all wrong, but I'll bear it. Don't do it. Don't bear it. There's nothing wrong on this planet any more than there's anything wrong anywhere else. It's you. You are sitting in there defining things and then fighting with everything the way it is. Stop it, and you'll have peace. Stop it, and you'll feel a tremendous warmth in your heart. Stop it, and all of life will be a fun experience. Each day, each moment, no matter what unfolds, you just confront it with enthusiasm, with joy, with positiveness, with a tremendous 100% cheerful attitude, Mayor Baba said. 100% cheerful attitude. What do you care what's going on? So this is peace. Yogananda, you remember Yogananda's affirmation? I am the Prince of perpetual peace, playing in a drama of sad and happy dreams on the stage of eternity. That's all. It's very simple. It's in metaphysical meditations. You can repeat that each one. You like the alliteration. Jai Gurudev.
Bam. Wow. I knew after I listened to this the first time, I'm like, I want to play this for y'all. But I couldn't remember, every nugget. So now I'm like, oh yeah, now I remember why I wanted to play this with y'all. Wow, that part about the planets, the universe, there's nothing wrong. on any planet in any star system. So what makes us think there's anything wrong here? Whoa. Surrender, Dorothy. What's that from, Carolyn? I've heard that, but I can't place it. So that's the end of that talk. I may upload Surrender, Dorothy's from the Wizard of Oz. Oh, okay. No. No, it's bless my heart. Yeah, I may upload this one to my meditations here, or my profile here in Insight Timer. This will be on YouTube as a video replay. And all of my talks are there from here. I have them in playlists. I also on there have a playlist of his talks that I like. This one's in there. You know, the first one we did, Give Up on the Old Way, that's in there. So you can find that or ask me for it. But yeah, that one was so good. I might put it up as a talk here in my profile. So stay tuned. We will start another Michael Singer talk next time. Did y'all enjoy that? What was your biggest aha moment? Hi, Jessica, Nancy, Barb. Seen some familiar faces join in. Aaron, I'm glad you think it was powerful. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to follow me here and everywhere online that I am. Give a donation if you would like. And you know, this nothing is wrong bit, it ties perfectly into conversations with God. And that's what I love about all of these teachings. Everyone is basically saying the same thing in a different way. You know, in Convos with God, God says he doesn't judge anything. God has no judgment. It's not possible for God to judge. That's not its nature. So that means God doesn't judge anything on earth. So that means there's nothing wrong. So yeah, don't forget to join me in, you know, about 24 hours, or no, not 24 hours, like 14 hours. Hi, J.E. I thought about that one. Yeah, who else knows what J.E.'s talking about? So my old therapist sent me that. And I thought of that too, J.E., because Michael Singer he was like, stop it. I thought of that too. Great minds think alike. Yeah, it's like, it's good. So I'm glad you said that. So yeah, so I will see you sooner than I said earlier. It's in my profile in the events part. Just go there. We'll be doing Conversations with God. I will see you all then. And I appreciate you joining. If you want to be put on a list to be notified of future Michael Singer gatherings that will be done on Zoom, send me a message. You're welcome, Rose. Thank you, as always. So, have a good morning, afternoon, evening. I will see you in the Bali morning, and I will see you in the evening for those in the West. And namaste.